I log in and I see myself. Hold on. Okay, say
Okay, you
aguri,
say
aguri, eh?
Yeah, good night, everybody. We are now live. Welcome back to another podcast of Becoming a Spectacular Dad. Tonight we have some lovely ladies with us who would give us, some of their experiences in terms of what it is to be a single parent, right? Because we know parenting is a very difficult task. So today we want to hear from them so that we can understand some of the challenges that they have and also, be sympathetic and see how we can help them in with some of the challenges that they have. So I have two of them here, and I'm going to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves. So I'm going to start with Kosha. Can you tell us, who you are, where you're from, what do you do? Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
My name is
My name is
Kosha
Kosha
Roderick,
Roderick,
and I'm
and
from
I'm from
Colombia.
Colombia.
I'm 33 years of age. I am unemployed at the moment, and I have four boys. Age 13, 11, 5, and 10 months.
All right, nice. Thanks, Kosha. Akisha.
Okay, well, first of all, let me say thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. But of course, I'm no stranger to the major fraternity. My name is Akeisha Felix. I am from Grenville, St. Andrew, Cookhill to be exact, specific. I'm 31
All right.
age. I have one biological child, but I am the guardian of four in total. And I'm an entrepreneur.
Nice. Yeah, they say a true measure of a parent is being able to take care of children that are not your own biological children, right? So
Definitely.
once you go beyond that, then you are well on your way in terms of being that parent figure in the lives of, children. So that's commendable. Right. So the first question that I want to ask, and I'm gonna start with Akisha, since Kosha was given the opportunity to introduce herself first, and the question is this: what it is like being a single parent? So basically, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just give us some insights as to what it is to be a single parent.
Okay, well, first of all, first and foremost, it is very challenging. And challenging in the sense that you have financial responsibilities, you have psychological responsibilities, and all these come into play. And it's very hard when it's you and your child or you and your children. But to the flip side of things, where there is good, there is bad. That's my belief. So, being a single parent, as much as I am grateful for becoming a mother, I must say that that is one journey I have truly appreciated up to today. And I also want to have another child, just so that we know. Right. Five is never too. So, yeah, so it comes with a lot of challenges, but it helps you as an individual. One, it helps you grow in terms of being mature, being more responsible. So, from my personal standpoint, being a parent has helped me tremendously. As it relates to raising my children, well, I may say something and it may sound off balance, but I don't want to be a role model. Personally, I don't want to be a role model. I want to allow individuals to make mistakes and know that this is the correct way. This is what I need to do. Do not do it because mommy is doing it, so you're going to do it. No, the word itself is a risk. So I am going to grow them in the form that take risks, go out there, but be responsible. The, the ugly. I don't want to say the absenteeism. I don't want to say the absenteeism of the fathers, because remember, I have a son, I have two nieces, actually three nieces and a nephew, right? And as much as I would say that they're not neglected when it comes to their father, the support physically, financially, emotionally, it's not there as it should be. And this in itself is the ugliest part of parenting. Being able to do all of this on your own without that male figure to be on your right hand, so to speak. So that is the ugly to me in being a single parent. But I don't know. I'm just a go getter. So even if it's challenging, it won't be as overbearing as compared to another single mother. So I have grown to adapt. I have grown to realize that listen, I have children to take care of, and this is what needs to be done. So out of every bad, there is a good. So that's my good, my bad, and my ugly.
Okay, everybody else. I would say the good of being a mother. It help you to be more caring because you have to care for another human being other than yourself. Um, the bad part of being a single parent is financially. Um, I will say I have all boys, so teenage boys. It's very challenging for me as a single parent mother with teenage boys. So this is my weakness there. This is my bad part there. But I enjoy the fact that I'm a mother and I have kids and everything. And um, the ugly part, the ugly part is like when you watch your children and them. I'm gonna say it again. When you watch your children and they grow, their clothes, or if they put on a jersey and you reaching over the navel, or if they put on a pants and you reaching above the ankle, that is the ugliest part. And then when I look at the dads on the road, perfectly, perfectly attire. But this is the ugly part of being a single parent. And sometimes my kids will sick, and then I will pass the father out having times, putting up nice picture and status, having fun and I mean, come on, your kids sick. This is the ugly truth about being a single parent. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm still grateful and I thank God for making me a mother, and He knows why probably He gave me them. And one day when they all grow up, I'm gonna just say I'm well done,
Kasha.
Kasha.
Nice, yeah, and that's it, right? Because what I heard from both of you all, being a mother or a parent is definitely a blessing, right? But with that, there are several challenges that you all face. So, based on what we, discussed already, what would you say is your biggest challenge as a single parent, Akisha?
Okay, my biggest challenge, the fact that my son would question his father's love for him because he's not there. And again, let me say dirt or should, because I have to make sure we are co-parenting, but there are certain things that can be done better. For example, if you're unable to provide financially, it is okay to take him to a soccer game. It is okay to bring him out. It's okay to go on the beach. It's okay to teach him to swim. It's okay to bond. So my biggest challenge is because he's not around to kind of fill these gaps. Me speaking to my son saying, listen, daddy is busy, but that don't mean that, he love you any less or whatever. My son would be 10 and he has a greater understanding of what's happening in the world today. So my greatest challenge, even if I try to fill both mommy and daddy too, it's hard because he questions the loyalty and love. So that's my greatest challenge right there.
Right. Yeah, that's a big one, eh? Kasha, what's your greatest challenge?
My greatest challenge is my 11-year-old son don't know. Well, I have four kids, two different fathers, two for one and two for one. I left the first step dad when he was like 2 months and he don't know if father at all. And one day I saw the dad and I told him this is his father. However, when he went towards the father turned the other cheek. This is the challenges for me here that I want to know. Like when that child grow up one day, if that child will ask me, why did I leave or why did the father turn away? So this is my greatest challenge, other than finding food and finding clothes and everything for them. This is the greatest challenge that I just every day preparing myself to answer to them. Why the father don't come and look for them, or yeah, that's just my greatest challenge at the moment. Besides and everything, financially and everything, that part.
Right.
That
Yeah.
part.
Answering that difficult question. You know, it's always a question that we have to prepare ourselves for. When our children reach the age where they can understand and ask us certain questions. That kind of lead us to the next question. If your children were to ask, why did dad is not around full time? How would you go about answering that question? Because Kosha, you hinted that that's a difficult question to answer. So probably maybe we would start with Akisha. If your son was to ask you why dad is not around full time, how would you go about answering that question? Understanding also that we are not, coming down on anybody, right? We are just talking about the experiences of our single mothers, so we can appreciate some of the things that they are going through, and hopefully that would spark some interest in, men in general who are fathers to be there for the children, because parenting is really a difficult job, and it's even more difficult trying to do it by yourself. Akisha?
Okay, so I'm an open book basically. So with that sort of mentality, that is what I put out to my child. So from the get-go, once I realize that you have a level of understanding to understand what I'm going to deliver to you, then I'm as honest as possible. So at the age of three, I said, listen, daddy and I are no more. It's not there.
So
So
you
you won't
so you
sort
so
of
you were just blatant.
straight up off the bat. Because I could not tell him when he was a year, he wouldn't have understand.
Right.
So I waited until he was 3 and then I explained to him, I said, listen to me. This is the case with me and your father. We're no more. But we would still speak. And at no point in time would we show any ugly face in his presence. We would be the best mother and father there is. Right?
Right.
But he's getting older. And the questions, the questions start flowing because he's an excellent footballer, mind you.
Right.
So he would have
Right.
and
Well, I would have to check out his skills, because because I am a big footballer as well.
mind you, he plays every position on the field. So that's to tell you the
So
age is
he's versatile. Nice.
very,
Nice.
very much so. So he would have games, and I'll be unable to attend. I'll probably send his cousins with him, just for the little support because I'm unable to attend. But he would come back, score a goal or two, rejoicing and saying, but he's done. Why? Because he want to know why daddy wasn't there to, at least be a part of the game or to cheer him on or whatever. And to me, I say, you know what? Listen, your father walking and he probably kind of hard to leave work to come to do what you do. So if you're sick, chances are he might even leave work.
Right.
That is a fact.
Right.
So chances are I say, but all for now, if you need to understand why your father not making time for you, I say you have a cell phone, you have a cell phone, call him and chit chat. Because I don't want to get in between that conversation to kind of sidetrack him psychologically. Because listen, you have mothers, they know the father's not doing nothing. Oh, your father look good and your father this and your listen, I personally cannot do it. I cannot do it. I cannot put this scene in the child's mind. So I said the best way to answer the question is that you need to speak to your father directly. So that is a challenge for him. He cannot do it, but he will. Eventually, he will learn to do that. But I don't want to be the one to mediate anything between the two of them. I want it to be a man on man conversation. Right. Can I speak about my nieces and nephew now? Right. So my sister died 2 years ago. So I was tasked with the responsibility of, being the guardian and so on for my nieces and nephew. And their father is a totally different being compared to Kiani's father. So I don't know if it's resentment or I don't know what the case might be, but the enthusiasm, though they to come behind the children and support them. So I just gave and I decided, you know what, fine. If you want, so stay with your father. On our weekends, you're going to come back to me. So that has been working out pretty fine. So that sort of arrangement is working for them. So They don't have a challenge because they speak to him directly. Kiani has a challenge because of his age. All right. So that's that day. Let me not talk too much. All right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's on. Well, my situation, my children don't have a relationship with their dad. Period. From ever since. So it's a different situation to her where she has her baby daddy where he pays a part, you know. So my children periodly don't have a relationship with their father at all. He don't come around, they don't support, they pass them on the road like nothing. Um the baby, the baby dad left when I was pregnant and never support and never so hmm, I don't know what to say, but at the at at my son age at 13, he'll be 14 soon. And he hasn't asked me anything about that as yet. So I don't know. I really don't know. I can't answer that. Surely, I'm being very honest. My children don't have a personal relationship with their father. My kids' father don't know what they like, what is their favorite food, what is their favorite color, the size of their foot. I don't know if they know the birthdays. So them coming, I don't know. That is something that he and them will have to sit down and discuss. And them will
And
probably
then we
have to
probably
ask
have
him
to
that
ask him that if
probably when they grow
probably when
because
they
if
grow
he's
because if
13
he's 13
and
and
11 and is
11
not
and is
not even
not even
around,
around,
I don't
I
know
don't know
how the
how the
baby dad
baby
left when
dad
I
left
was
when I
pregnant
was
and
pregnant and
never showed
never
his
showed
face.
his face.
I don't know when
I
he
don't
gonna
know
come
when he gonna
around to
come
do
around
that.
to do that.
And
And I wouldn't
personally
personally
I wouldn't have
I
my
wouldn't
baby
have
on
my
my
baby on
shoulder
my
and see
shoulder and
father on
see
the
father on the
roadside or
roadside or
and go and say this
go
is
and
your
say this
father
is your
whatever.
father whatever.
I
I
personally wouldn't do
personally
that.
wouldn't do that.
So
So
that
that
question
question
I really
I'm
struggling
really
with it.
struggling with it.
I can't.
I can't.
If you
You
understand what I'm
understand what
saying?
I'm saying? Yes, yes.
Right, yeah, and I wish I had a magic solution to give you, and probably, people who have, experienced things like that might be able to share some insight in terms of how you go about, just approaching, the children's fathers and, just having that conversation and just, in being there for his kids. And I think he's missing out. Fathers, listen, fathers who are not involved in their children's life, they are missing out big time. Because I am involved and I could tell you, I could testify that being involved and having that relationship, that bond is greater than life itself. It's really something special. And we really encouraging fathers to play that role, to be there for your children. It's vitally important. That's what we were called to do,
Can can
right?
can I ask can I ask Kusha a
Kusha a
question?
question? Yeah, go ahead.
No wrong.
No wrong.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
well,
well, I'm not in this.
I'm
I'm
definitely not in a
definitely not in
similar
a similar
position. I
position. I
understand that,
understand
right?
that,
And
right? And
probably I
probably I
know of
know
people
of people
in
in
similar
similar
position to
position
you.
to you.
But
But
my
my
question
question
is: it
is it
Is it because of selfish gain that these fathers are not in their children's lives, or is it because of denial?
Well, it can't be denial because well, even if it's denial, they are here. You could simply do a the other job, but I could give you some denial. I mean, 13 years is still denying.
Okay, okay.
You understand? And then I was living with him. I left because of domestic violence. I just denial there. I
Okay.
left it, so I left him when 11 years. No one left it because the one is 11 years. And it's a kind of tricky thing, because I have a 5-year-old and the baby is the same father.
Mm-hmm.
And we break up, went back, I got the baby, he left. And he will come and take the 5-year-old and just turn it back. And the baby is there and the baby is his.
Oh.
Understand? So when he used to get at me in a way, but my baby is almost a year, and I was like, if he's doing that when the baby was 1 month, 2 months, even in pregnancy, he will pass me on the road with my big belly, driving and we walking. So I don't know what is this. I don't know what in these guys and them mind. If it's denial, I'm being very frank and very open. If it's they denying that, they could just do at the end and pray and open to willing to do that if they think that's the only person is going to because I even take them to court and the other kid's father decide to go to prison instead of paying the money. He says not giving me any money. He's going to prison for the rest of his life.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He goes to jail instead. He say not giving me his money. So I don't know.
Okay. Thank you.
Probably a shady probably wanting me to stay and take lash. I don't know.
Yeah, which is something that you should never do. So let me ask you guys, you both that. So when it comes, do you believe that we have more, like in Grenada, for instance, and probably throughout the Caribbean, do you think we have more single parents household than we have nuclear, like mother and father and children households?
Hmm. I could say for my village or community I know. I can't say for the whole of it. Owen, I'm seeing no more nuclear or other types of family. But what I'm seeing is a lot of young girls being single parents. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's a trend.
Yeah,
Akisha, you have any insights?
Well, to me, nuclear family, that was just my generation. After my generation, I cut off. Because
Oh
I grew
my.
in a house, I grew in a house with my mother and my father. And
Right.
right, Kiani grew in a house with me and his cousins.
Right.
Who's grew in a house, well, before their mother died. It was he and them again. So the trend now, honestly, is single parenting. And I don't think it's because listen, I don't want to bash fathers.
Hmm.
to,
Go ahead, go
to,
ahead, bash us. Listen, we need a lot of licks, eh? You understand? Yeah, we need a little, and that's why Mother's Day is so big, because the
yes.
mothers are standing up with their children, and the fathers, like, where are our fathers? We need them. So go ahead, give us licks. We're
And
taking it.
and it's like, okay, we understand that the whole recreation, it takes man and woman. But listen, women go through too much. We have to go through 9 months of pregnancy. Then
Exactly.
we have 50-50 on that theater table. If we do C-section or whatever, or if we do natural birth, we don't know what we listen. I want everybody to see my hands. These are my hands, right? That is because
Mhm.
after I had Kiani, after I go through this whole stressful period, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, right?
Oh my.
And my hands are slowly deforming. I could have hardly hold my child because
Right.
he would literally fall from my hand. So all the trials and tribulation that I went through, that has strengthened me to be an incredible mother. Yes, I might have my shortcomings. We all do. We're not perfect, but we need to be respected as mothers in the sense that, okay, yes, you helped with the process, but we go through more than the men. And when I see men being unappreciative of women, especially, that just crawl my blood. That was literally crawl my blood. So fathers know this trend that's going on with this single parenting. We need to stop. We need to stop it, and probably we should try to work co-parenting. Even if you know you're going to take the child for this week, next week, mommy gonna have the child. That's okay. If you want to go to a game and two of you guys there to support the child, work on that rather than leaving the woman herself. That is just that's just utter disrespect and intolerable. And
Exactly.
so that's just my thing.
Yeah, and so you raised some really good points, and so like so who should take, like you mentioned the single parenting trend that
Yeah.
is happening, right? Like who should be the solution to that problem? Because on one side, I'm thinking that listen, men should do better,
Mm-hmm.
right? On the other side, I'm thinking that, ladies should not get involved with a man if the man doesn't come with a good proposal, you
Right,
know?
right.
So
Hold
so
on.
where so the solution,
Okay,
who's
so
who's supposed to come up with the solution?
you know what is the solution and what should always be the solution? That child should be the solution. We have a life together. We might have our differences, we might live our separate lives, but at the end of the day, we committed to create a living being. So it is our responsibility, whether or not you like me or don't like me. At the end of the day, the child had to be fed, the child had to eat, the child had to be clothed, the child had to have some form of entertainment. So put all your pride aside, put your ego aside, especially for men. Men ego tall like a giant, but put it aside, and the solution is your child. At the end of the day, this is what you. All you have to do is put yourself in that child position. Say, you know what? Imagine I'm 5, and this is how my father is shooting. Guys, how you want another individual to feel? You want another human being to feel like that? Feel so insignificant. So put your pride.
Right.
And as human beings, we can put the pride aside. I realize that. Easier said than done. But if you're a
Yeah, that's
parent, you have to have this self-giving love, this sacrifice, that the only person you can put above you is your child. Well, apart from God. So the only person you should put above you is your child. You have to feel that. And if you're not feeling that energy, then personally you need professional help. Seriously,
right.
feeling that energy towards a child that you created, that you help create. Trust me, you need professional help. But listen, see, I tell you, I will talk too much.
Yeah, go ahead, listen. Go
Listen,
ahead.
and
When you finish, when you finish, I want to hear from Kosha because I know she's like she wants to get in on the act too because she has a lot to say. Let's go.
because I have friends on both ends, right? So I have fathers working tirelessly around the clock, providing for the child, right? And then
Mm.
you give the mother the money, for example, the money going to nails, he going to weave, he going to
Oh
weave,
my.
he going to anything but what it's supposed to go into, right?
and
So
and
then
it's
when
and it's
men,
still and it's still saying that the fathers didn't give them money.
exactly. So when men know that they're putting out so much, and that is what they get in return, I understand why some men going to keep distance. But then again, you have some women who would be going around the clock working to ensure that that child is fed, that child is secured and everything. And that man would watch this child walk through Grenville and still don't say, you know what, okay, fine. Let me give him $5 to buy something. Let me do. It's like they heartless. So I don't bashing fathers, I don't bashing mothers, but individuals need to look within themselves and understand that they are the problem. And the solution to the problem is to work as one to ensure that the child grow up in a way that it won't cause a toxic mind. It won't create a toxic mind.
Exactly. And
That
that's
is me.
and that's what you have to realize too is that, once you have a child, the child should be the priority.
Exactly.
Your life would change forever because listen, your life is to support that child to become the best version of themselves, right? So that's very
And
important. Kosha, you wanted to say some stuff?
Kosha mic mute.
Kosha, your mic is
Me,
mute. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay,
Yeah, I think we're
okay.
hearing you now.
Let me see. I have some
I
points
have
for
some
you
points for you
and something like
and
what she
something like
said.
what she
Yeah.
said.
You saying
You
about
saying about
what's
what's
it's like how
it's
you
like how you
what you was trying to
what I
say
was
is that
trying to say is
sometimes we
that
just
sometimes
go
we just go
with the wrong
with the
person or
wrong person
whatever.
or whatever.
How do we
How
know?
do we know?
How would we
How
know
would
is
we
the right
know is
person?
the
Okay,
right person? Okay,
like my
like
instance,
my
partner,
instance, partner,
my experience,
experience,
my experience with what I
experience with
say,
what I say,
and if I meet,
and if I
or I
meet,
say
or I
Mr.
say
Right,
Mr. Right,
let me say
let me say,
come along
come
now.
along now.
I go
I go
because it's for
because
me
it's for
as I
me
make children
as I
for
make
them.
children for them.
This menton.
This menton.
Huh.
So
So
what Mr. Right?
Mr. Right,
I
I
I go scared
I go
right now
scared
to go back.
right
The
now to go
last
back.
thing I
The
would want to
last
think
thing I would
about now
want to
is
think
making
about
a
now is
child.
making a child.
Right.
Because experience
Experience
and the
and the
experience I
experience
have
I have
had in the
had
past,
in the past.
I have
I
never
have never
ever
ever
make a baby
make a
and
baby
have the
and
father
have the
there with me
father there
to
with
rub
me
her
to
belly
rub her belly
to give me
to give.
you
You
understand?
understand?
Right.
So so you
You
understand?
understand?
Tell you.
Tell you.
So, so baby,
No, no.
if I meet
If
Mr.
I
Right,
meek
I
Mr.
might
Right,
say,
I
okay,
might
well,
say, okay, well,
and listen, them
and
men
listen,
tricky,
them
yeah.
men
When they come and
tricky,
they
yeah. When they
pick you
come
up,
and they pick you up with children, they're treating them children good, 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 and you go say, okay, let me make one for you. And as you make one for me, you know, some of them they say, I meet her with four, I mind four, man four, I go leave her with one. Then a man come and mind that one. It's like that. You understand? So, Pastor, right now, I don't know what to do, what to listen to, who to listen to right about now. Even when she talk about the health issue, when I look at myself now, Pastor, I am triple time the size I was before when I got pregnant with the last baby. I lost all my
keep
weight
lying in
because
my
I
bed,
was just keep
lying in
thinking,
my bed,
how could somebody,
thinking, how could
human
somebody,
being, how could a human
someone
being,
that
Hmm.
God create, he
someone
has
that
sister
God
living
create,
within his
he has
house, he
sister
have
living within his
nieces
house,
living in his
he
house,
have nieces
he have
living in
his
his house,
mother living
he
in
have
his
his mother living in his house,
get me
and
pregnant
just
get me
slide
pregnant
away and just
and
slide
just
away
Hmm.
don't
and
care. So
just
that
don't
I
care. So
got stressed
that
out.
I got
And
stressed out.
Right.
to go further,
And
I end up in the
to go further,
in
I end up in
Radum.
the
I'm giving
in
it the
Radum.
professional name
I'm giving
Radum.
it the professional name Radum.
You understand?
Yeah.
Radum.
Right.
The last place
Hmm.
you want to
The
see
last
somebody.
place
You want to see somebody.
this is to tell you how great,
This is
how
to tell you
strongly
how
I took on my
how
pregnancy. But at
strongly I
the end of
took
the
on
day,
my pregnancy. But at the end of the
when I
day,
seen a baby and I give birth
when
in
I
the
seen a
hospital to
baby and
that
I
baby, and I
give
see
birth
that baby in the
come out in
hospital to that baby, and I see
perfect
that baby
health,
come out in
perfect health.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that baby. Pastor couldn't
nothing
eat.
wrong with that
When I'm
baby.
pregnant, I
Pastor
used to
couldn't eat.
vomit.
When I'm
I
pregnant,
used
I
to
used to
so
vomit.
this is
I
why
used
when
to
she said all
so
these
this is why
health
when she said
challenges a
all these
woman
health
going through
challenges a
to
woman
bring a
going
baby
through
in the
to
world
bring
for
a
a
baby in
man,
the world for a man
and the man
and the
don't
man
care, don't care.
Lord,
Hmm.
as a Christian,
Lord,
I
as
really
a
don't want to see.
Christian,
I
I
really
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
see
see.
what going to happen to
I
this
don't
man.
want
You
to
know.
see what going to happen to this man. You know.
Mm.
Trust me. When
Lord of mercy.
When
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 they say leave judgment to God and I go
they
leave
say leave
judgment to God,
judgment to God, and I go
I
leave
will leave
judgment to God.
judgment to God
I will leave judgment to
because
God. Because
and the thing about it, the man have
and
his
the thing about it,
stepchildren
the
and
man
every
have his
the man
stepchildren
loving his
and every the
stepchild.
man loving his stepchild.
The man loving his stepchild, you
The
know, but the
man
man don't
loving his
like his own
stepchild, you
child.
know, but the man don't like his own
Eh?
child.
Hmm.
And the thing
Eh?
and the thing about it got emphasis audience. The baby look exactly like his father. So it's like he have love and he have hate. I'm telling you. Because when I watch a baby, the baby is in perfect picture with the the father. And I just up to today, I'm trying myself. I'm trying to get back on foot. But we are humans and emotions just hit us. That when I had to think about every time I had to keep thinking about where I've been and where I've been and where I've been, and I didn't have to be there. It's just all our mothers just want it's just for the fathers to give us something for them children, you know. Because when we had to find it on we own, like me, I don't work in. And children coming home every day a letter, they want something in school. Mommy, me shoes leaking. Mommy, me bag have a hole. Mommy, me exercise done. Mom, every watch. Even if them children go, I still not hear mommy amazing. Even if them children and them leave and they go to school or whatever, I still not hear mommy amazing. I'm telling you, but I like to hear mommy. I just feel good and I mean, I call mommy, mommy, mommy. My 13 year old, you be 14 soon and you still calling me mommy. Mommy, mom. Gosh. Scott, yes, mommy. So, yes,
happening, and that's the realness, of some of the things that are happening, with some of the single parents in Grenada and throughout the Caribbean. And man, I hope you guys are listening. It's time we stand up with our children and make a difference. It's important. It's imperative. It's absolutely necessary. And Kosha, the thing is that, as you say, men are sly. Sometimes they tell you exactly what you want to hear, but you have to let them, right, over a period of time, test them, so no, not 2 months, 3 months, years, 2 to 3, 5 years. Let's see what they bring in over a period of time. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, exactly. So somebody's saying here, Marshall is saying that even if you don't have, even if you're not giving financial support, probably what you can do is give quality time, help out with homework and sports and stuff like that. But
into their
how would you like, as single parents, if a man is not able to provide financially, would you accept the other things like the quality time, the like helping out with the homework and stuff like that? Would you guys accept that?
uncle. Well, you want to go first? You want to go first? Well,
Listen, listen,
I
eh?
think, yeah,
Listen,
I
eh?
think,
Mothers just tired. You
yeah.
understand? We just want to go on the beach and relax too. We just want to go
Mm.
to girls and old talk. We just want to go to the road and walk. We just want to make a little exercise. We just want to make a little jog. So if you come to me and you say, listen, like teacher, I don't have money, but allow me to take Kiani to the soccer game, to do football, whatever, or let we bond or whatever. Yeah, I'm packing about 5 suitcases. Five, because trust me, sometimes we just want a break, honestly, because we go into pregnancy, we go into the infant stage, and then we in the whole single parenting life. And it's like we don't have nothing. We go to work, we come back. Even if we home, we're home the children, home the children, home the children, home the children. Honestly, we love our children dearly, but we need a break. Like for mental reasons, we need a break. So yes, if he can offer me anything financially, fine. Come for a child, you might just see 7 suitcases waiting for you. I mean, take as much time as you want, but that's okay. Trust me, once I can get it financially, anything else that you're going to offer, I can be selfish and say, you know what, I'm not going to accept it. I will. I will accept it. That is true. That is true.
We are saying is that you still have to provide financially because that's your duty. But if you can't, because of situation, because life happens, right? You still can provide in terms of quality time and just being around and helping, discipline and raise the children. That's important.
Yeah. Um, what I was saying. I I think that whatever you're doing now, I think that if social services or legal aid or any any institution in Grenada create awareness like that, bringing single parents, yeah, single fathers too, So I won't say single mothers, single parents, because I think right now where you're doing this program, I think my voice is being heard. I am getting to express my feelings. I am getting to express. what I'm going through because I'm getting to talk about it and making others know. Sometimes people just see me, and the first thing sometimes somebody just tell me, "Oh, you get small," but sometimes I doesn't even need to hear that. You know, I just need something else because some sometimes society something. What I want to know again too, I want society learn to how to deal with the single parent. Because I mean, you know, single parent when you see them. Once you see a woman with a lot of children behind and no father, you know she's single.
Did make me laugh. Did make me laugh.
You start thinking, girl doesn't sleep in the night. Girl doesn't sleep in the night. Girl doesn't this. I find that discriminating single mothers. We bring our children in the world. Everybody seeing our kid. I could have walked in the road. I get pregnant 4 times. God, you know that the truth. I could have walked in the road with none of them. But I have 4 of them. Who tell you to go and make all these children? All these children and this and that. I find society have to learn how to let us criticize too much rather than encourage and help. So sometimes it doesn't feel to go out in society. So I think that social services or whatever should start creating more awareness instead of because I see flyers out, create awareness, create platforms where single parent could go out and talk. I could talk. I love to talk, so I could go out and talk. You understand? More than they criticizing and everything. So then you go to them social services, you asking them for something, you don't think you know. I don't that is one thing. And even in the court system failing single mothers too. Because this man going down in the prison and he know he going down for 21 days. He go out in prison, he come out, he pack his bag, he getting ready for another 21 days. When that man go down, when that man, yeah, because he come out, when that man come out, go down down there. The man getting 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day.
Three
Clean
square
breakfast.
meals.
Clean breakfast. Sometimes, I don't lie. Sometimes I don't lie. Sometimes breakfast. When they come out to school, I get them sit out the father, give the grandfather, give them a piece of food in the night. And that man's going down there and saying he's going down and rest for 21 days. I find the court system in Grenada failing us as single parents. If we don't have the court to turn to the get support, where else to go? Where else to go if the court and all failing us? Where else to go? Put penalty on this man and then when they go down in prison, don't give them food. But they just talk about human rights again, that they right because he said that he right confusing people. So I glad that you create. So when I received the invitation to come and air and to express, I was more than happy.
Yes, man.
And I would think that I would think that because sometimes it does because sometimes I feeling good, me had chest pain, I had back pain, my head was hurting me. Sometimes it's just something to let it out, but sometimes it's like who to go to. Because you might go up the road, you might tell somebody, by the time you turn back, she'll go and tell you something. People just see me sometimes, and somebody does anger. Kasha, why you always anger? Kasha, why you always smiling? You always smiling. Behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. And
Right.
listen, and I meet somebody there, and they're going through and listen, I giving them advice, I making them strong. But when I come home, I crying one night. But when I come home, I crying mine. When I hear the thing take me, I starting to cry, you know. But I still feel good. I still feel good that I told that girl that, you know, rather than I go and tell a girl, some of them just come, I didn't know what situation and you. I don't go and tell her. I see her problem. I understand what she was telling me, but my situation was than hers because the man give her $100. She said for the weekend and he done already, but darling, I don't get. You understand? So I think that the society, even family, I don't know, but they should start creating more awareness of single mothers. And you have single fathers too, because I know guys, good guys, where women make children for them and they just send their children for them, and the women out there. So you have bad mothers, you have bad fathers. So
Yep.
not only fathers, you have some bad mothers because one, you have sometimes I just want to buy a malt I just want to buy something, but I can't buy it because sometimes I have a $50 there. I have to give the one in secondary school 10. I have to give the two in primary school 5. And when you hear there's three hands out to me like that in the morning time. The three hands, big, big, small, and smallest, stretching out. You understand? You understand? Okay, so I think that I think what you're doing there, society should use that so that because them man and them I really want the message go to, don't get message go to, don't get hit.
They're not there. Yeah, that's how it happens,
We
eh?
need for a bigger platform and more, to get it out there. I want
I want God to
fathers.
speak to
I
one of
want
his
God to
fathers.
speak to one of his
Probably
fathers.
somebody
Probably
listening to talk
somebody
to these fathers, you
listening
gotta
to
know them.
talk to these fathers, you gotta know them.
Speak to these fathers and then because I'm
Speak to
telling
these
you, it's
fathers and then because I'm
really,
telling
really
you,
hard
it's
in a single
really
parent.
Right, right,
don't do. So sometimes we just need a single parent, we just need counseling, we just need all kind of things. So I just want society, see if they could help us in that counseling and anything. What they could help with.
That's a great segue into the next question that we have here. But before we do that, I just want to read out some of the comments that are being made. Crystal White is saying, Kosha girl, I'm sorry for your stress, but God will continue to give you strength. Just depend on Him.
Yeah,
She's also
yeah.
saying, you are right, Kosha. Society is too critical on single mothers when it takes two to have children, right? So they are not blaming the fathers, but they are more coming at the single mother. And then Akisha Henry, not the Akisha that we have on the program, but another Akisha is saying we need the community to step up to help support our single parents, and that's a true statement. So the next question that I have here, and we're gonna wrap up in a little while,
Pastor, before you
is
bring the next question, in my
uh-huh,
community, I just get good support. I just get good support. In my community where I live in, I just
right,
get good support. I don't mean food. I mean sometimes talk. They don't see me. They have a piece of pumpkin. They have a piece of pumpkin. They have me children will come with something. I'm not. My community, very supportive towards me. I'm not gonna lie. But I just meaning like the society, the organization, the NGOs out there, like the social services, the quote out. This is where I am appealing to. I'm not, my community is very supportive. Yeah, sometimes I will just call one family. I don't feel to cook today, I could come for a piece of food and I will get food. You understand?
right,
Sometimes even when I was going through whatever I was going through, it wasn't for them. If it wasn't when I end up where I end up, I tell you, I get the most amount of I never knew my community members that love me that way when I was going through my problems. And I just always say thank God for good people and thank God for speaking to people with good heart. They're very supportive towards me. So I just believe probably that's my rock. That is where probably I'm getting all the strength and motivation from. My community.
right, nice. Yeah, and yeah, it's encouraging to hear that there are, good people out there because we need that, in our world. We need to balance that. So that's really good. So the next question, I really wanted to dive into to what you are saying, Kosha. So I wanted to ask, what support do you think single parents need from family, friends, society, church, and work? Single parents, what support you need on this level? Family, society, church, and work. And probably we can, Akisha. You can take this one.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Again, you have to be open and not be biased, right? For example, you ask what are some of the things that the government can do. For example, I know they have some of the programs. They have the school feeding thing, they have the uniform, this. But again, Grenadians take advantage of everything we get, right? So that is an branch in itself. But because of how we accept these things, we're making it look like we greedy and we're not appreciating the support. Because listen, I have encountered mothers going to the post to collect the allowance thingy for the children. So be it for school transportation. And they would collect the money and go to get something else with the money, not food. So there are structures in place to assist single parents in that regard. But again, it still boils down to the individual themselves. We need to understand that structures are in place and this is what needs to be done. We need to be honest and open with ourselves. And again, she made a valid point with how society views single parents. It's like, this con, and it's like we at a level, we're quite down on the ground and they're all up there. And so, they kind of scornful and treat you with this, listen, just a little simple good morning. The children okay? These things will go far, far, far. Rather than you see me and say, hey, watch her get small so, but that's not your business. Even if I get small, I get fat. You could say something totally different. Come with a positive energy, come with a different vibes. So society alone would make you and break you. And again, you have to go through real trials and tribulation for you to know that you're real strong and you're back broad and you can take real shiftings. So yeah, so that is what could be done. Basically, that's what could be done on my end. Well, yeah. Okay, well, church, Lord. Yes. Okay, so I normally go to, well, actually two churches, the Pentecostal Lighthouse in Grenville and then the Pentecostal Church in Monmouth, right? So from what I've seen, based on some of the programs that they have, even if you're not in the church, they would still go into the community and say, you know what, okay, look, we have a hamper or we're doing this procession, so we want you to be involved. So there is so much that you can do. So you would offer support, but chances are the individuals won't take the support. They won't gravitate to it. So you won't pressure them to say, you know what, okay, we'll come to church on Wednesday, we're doing this or whatever. But if you go into the community itself and you pinpoint some of these single parents and you decide that, you know what, you're going to counsel them or whatever, then yes, that is the goal. Allow them to feel comfortable enough to come into the church rather than forcing them to come into the church and say, well, listen, you need to turn to Christ because the father not mind the children, yada yada. That sort of pressure that you feel, that sort of guilt. I'm not coming across, I hope I'm not coming across wrong. But right, allow me to feel comfortable enough to say, you know what? Okay, Pastor, listen, on Saturday I'll be attending church with my 5 children. Rather than say, you know what, we have some food hampers to give away, so make sure you come to church with your 5 children. No, you understand the difference, but it's how you do it. So then, yeah, so the church can, yeah, that's an example that the church can use. Sure. Mhm. To me personally, if I'm on my job, I dare not let people know I'm a single parent. I'm the hardest hustler there is. My children are get up. It's like that's just because people are gonna use things against you. Even if they want to help you, you have it always come around like this boomerang. So it's like they're waiting for this one moment that they can lash out at you. So within your professional capacity, I don't think that you entertaining you being a single parent or you struggling. I don't know. To me, outside of work, I don't think. No. I prefer the church. I just can't go on the workplace and say these are my challenges as a single parent, even if it might have one or two other single parents. I just feel that there is a certain level when it comes to work. When you go to work, your co-workers are not your friends. Get your money and get out. That's just my mentality on the workplace. So that's one place I wouldn't really talk too much as it relates to me and the position I'm in.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And I know. Thanks for these insights. And I know Kosha has something to say, about that because we were talking earlier, and she was talking about the fact that she had to leave her job because COVID happened, and the employer wasn't flexible in helping her, and she had to because daycare closed, and she couldn't get anybody to take care of the kids, so she had to stay at home. Yeah, Kosha, any insights there?
I just want to reiterate what she said about what society doing with the social services. I will say yes to that because we cannot put all the responsibility on the church or the community or the society to fully maintaining our kids. So I would say yes to that what she said. So I wouldn't say if the church don't do this or the community don't do this for me or the social service don't do this for me. Because at the end of the day, it's me and daddy that make them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll say yes when she says that. That's so I wouldn't say okay. Well, if they don't do this for me, or how come I don't watch no red eye towards. Some will say I go into church. Why the church they do this for me? Why I just go there? Why they don't do that for me? Or they do this? Why they do that for me? Because at the end of the day, it's still not their responsibility. Because at the end of the day, everybody have their own responsibility.
True.
So whatever the church or the community or the society do should be muchly appreciated. And my church supports love, anything. They support. I get support from my church. If they don't see me, they will call. They will call, Kosha, why I don't see you? If I go, why you not bringing the kids? So I will say I get in support. Sometimes people will say, why people just think financial money or something is support. Sometimes it's just somebody caring is I will say is more than support.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel so happy. You have one person in the church. As soon as that lady don't see me, she will text me, Kasha, why are you not in church today? Is everybody in the home okay? So this is more than what money could buy. You can buy kindness, you can buy somebody heart. So people just look out for financial support, but what I'm looking at is more love. If you're getting more love from society or anywhere else. Because once you have love, anything comes in, eh?
Right.
Love is the greatest feelings. You want to give somebody
You want
something
to
is
give
love.
somebody something is
You want
love.
to
Yeah.
tell
You
somebody
want to
something
tell
is love.
somebody
Based on what
something
you
is love.
tell
Based
somebody,
on
you
what
can
you
know
tell somebody, you
you
can
got
know
love there
you
or you
got
have
love
love
there
there.
or you have love there.
So I will base on
So I will
everything
base on
on
everything
love,
on
and
love.
love comes from
Everything
the
comes
heart.
from the heart.
And
And
work. Yes,
work.
I got a little
Yes,
job.
I
I
got
was
a
so
little job. I was
excited.
so
I found
excited.
a little
I
job.
found a little job.
I started working.
I
First
started
was
working. First
my
was
religion.
my religion.
They sent me home because of the religion. They say that tell them I can't work on Saturdays. So I say okay. I go. They say well, if you can't work on Saturdays, you have to go back home. I came back home. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I got the manager number and I called her. She gave me a Monday to Friday, 8 to 4 only. Start working, then the daycare came and it closed. Then when the daycare came and it closed, I had nowhere else to put the baby. So you see challenges with it. Sometimes we want to do it. Sometimes as single parents, we want to be independent. We want to go outside there and find for our kids. But sometimes, as I said, the challenges that are be behind it.
That is true.
Because somebody will say, well, she not going to get a work. She only see That's some, but at the end of the day, I try. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't have my baby just dropping him by this person, that person today, that person tomorrow. Because that's how people set up sometimes, I will put him by somebody, the person might have to go out, I have nobody else to put him, then I'll have to call the work. I can't come in today because of the baby. So there's a lot of challenges that will be facing besides financial support and father figure. Even if a man in the house with you, still having them challenges because we as women like to go there and work. I love to work. I love to work. I always working. I went on a holiday in a country and I find myself walking and I talking all about because I love to get me little money. You understand? But that all of the challenges. But because if I had to put the baby in the daycare, the baby have a cold, I have to bring the baby home. Who are bringing the baby home too? If the baby have a rash, and sometimes it's in the same daycare, he picking up them things. But you have to bring him home. Bring him home.
Right.
You understand? Because oh God, sorry for saying that, but
No,
because
but that's the fact, and that's a challenge, right? So it's difficult,
yes,
and
yes.
that's why we are talking about the support that is needed, because we need everybody to be understanding. We need everybody to appreciate, what the challenges are, so that they can be more flexible in some of the stuff that they do, because it's important, right? Because these challenges, and them, they don't solve them themselves, and we need everybody to be able to chip in to kind of alleviate the burden, because
No,
it's
baby,
it's
no, baby.
it's really difficult. So we're gonna close with that. And to the audience, if you haven't already, go over to our YouTube page, that is
No, baby.
spectacular,
Can I run my bike
and
again?
subscribe, right? And once you do that, then you'll be notified when we go live next Thursday, or the Thursday after that. We're planning to come with some aspiring fathers who are planning, well, men who are planning to become fathers, to basically ask them what type of father they are planning to be, right? Because that's important as well. So we want to create that awareness. So in terms of the final question that we want to ask you guys, what are some advice would you give to single parents, and also parents, people who are thinking about becoming parents? What are some advice would you give to them?
First,
So maybe we would start with Akisha, because Kosha was the last one speaking.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So as it relates to advice on individuals wanting to get into parenting, ensure that one, I won't say ensure that you're married, but oftentimes we are reminded by a lot of things, thinking that that is Mr. Right or that is the right one
Can I
until
come and take the baby?
things, and then we realize that's not the case.
No, baby.
So if you know you're going to go serious with somebody, learn the person inside out, because at the end of the day, chances are that is some of the traits that child going to carry. So if you know you can't stand daddy because daddy's snoring, tell that your son might grow up snoring too, and he's going to annoy you.
Yeah,
So
can I just come and take the baby?
the simple things you have to look at to ensure that if you know you're going to tolerate these things, because chances are the child going to have it. So don't rush into making a baby because you're a little baby fever, or because of just had a child and you feel a kind of way because you're a particular age. That we say that you're 30, 31, and you're the only one up the ladder of success, or like schooling or whatever, and you realize everybody in the same form as you probably had two and three children. So now you feel as though, you know what, forget that. I've completed everything. Let me go ahead and make a child. No, you have to make sure that you assess the individual, men as well as women. Ensure that you sit down and you ensure that you could live with another creation like you. Right. That is that for people wanting to be parents. So for single mothers out there, or single parents, I don't know why I keep saying single mothers, but for the single parents out there, just hold firm, because watch me, at the end of the day, these children, and listen, I'm not bashing nuclear family, right? But if you realize that If you come from a family where you know your will see your mother struggle or your
So
father struggle, chances are you're going to be way super excited. You're going to be super successful. And then you could sit back now as a parent and feel real good thinking that, listen, it's sweet water and bread you used to eat. You eat sweet water and bread for 5 years, but look at you now. We have steak. We eat in steak. So, I mean, that is something to look forward to. So, rather than giving up, understand that your child or your children will grow into really, really, really successful, outstanding human beings, and you're going to be proud. Just wait on it. Yeah, just wait on. You don't have to go on, oh, you have stress and you this and you. Listen, it's okay to vent. It's okay to speak. Don't keep it bottled up. By the end of the day, look at the positive outcome. You know your child going to be something successful. So yeah, that's that.
You have when some especially when the men come to you, make sure you have they have a good plan, and that in that plan they should be proposing to you to start a family in terms of marriage and all of that. So all right.
um, what I would say, even if you sit down and you plan, you still have to look out. Always leave room for disappointment. I learned that. And any woman out there or any man out there trying to do that, just leave room for disappointment because it's gonna come. No matter what it is. You plan to get married before you have a child, marriage fail, things happen. You just have to brace yourself and always prepare yourself for disappointment. And this is something that I learned. Probably I has put in my faith in this man too much. That is the reason why I fall so hard. And I will really, really gonna take her point where she says that when you're making decision next time, you really look into these people and them. Because right about now, I'm telling you, for me to get myself into, I'm single now. I'm been single for almost a year, and to get into a relationship right now, hmm, I'm gonna scoop this man out under this magnifying glass and find all patches and all. Trust me, I'm gonna do
Yes,
that.
man. Yes. Yeah.
Be- because I mean, I've been through it. And to get so either say right now I rather stay single because I know what it is already. I know what it is already. I have 4 children. I mean, come on, I know what it is already. So I stay single. So anybody out there, any couple out there that want to have a baby, I'm not gonna tell you no. I'm not gonna tell you yes. Because I didn't want nobody tell me nothing too. But leave room for disappointment in case the man leave like me. So I am glad that Pastor decided to do this. So when other out there, others out there that are going through the same thing, if we do it, Akisha, what's her name?
Akeisha love. Akeisha love.
Akisha do it.
Akeisha.
I have four, and I doing it. Akisha doing it. Any women out there, any single mother, any single father, any single grandmother, any single parent out there, you can do it. You just don't have to do it in a bad way. You know, some of them just say, don't do nothing bad. Don't feed your children with nothing bad. You have one bread, cut it in half, cut it nice. Make everybody get peace because there is for tomorrow. So when you cut that bread in half, you have to share for you and whatever you have in your household. That's how I do it. And anybody out there going through similar situation, like mine and hers, or another want to, I'm on Facebook, another want me to express and to say, for any encouragement. That's all I could give right now is just encouragement. Just giving you hope. Just telling you how I do it. But I can't even say how I doing it, but I just want to tell you, once you trust in God, because He knows everything. He knows everything. Once you put your trust in God, all you have to do in the night, you
all you have
pray
to do in the
and you
night, you
just
pray and you
just give it to him
just give
and
it
go
to
and
him
lie down in the sleep.
and
When you
go
wake
and
up in
lie
the
down in
morning,
the sleep. When you
whatever
wake
you
up in the
have, you
morning,
make it
whatever
do.
you have, you make
Whatever
it
you
do.
don't have
Whatever you don't
and you
have
deserve it, you go get
and
it
you
the next
deserve it,
day.
you go
That
get
is
it
how
the
I
next
live.
day.
I'm
That
living
is
by
how I
faith
live.
in
I'm
God.
living by faith in God.
And that is how that
And
is my
that is how that
encouragement to
is
give
my
to any
encouragement
other
to
lady
give to
out there.
any other
Don't
lady
go and
out
pick
there.
up another
Don't go
man
and
and
pick
say,
up
okay, what
another
he go
man and
mind
say,
me
okay, what
too?
he go mind
I
me
go
too?
mind me too.
Or he go mind me
Because
too?
he go give you
Because he go
another
give
one
you
and he go
another
go.
one and he go go.
And then you go
And then you go
just
just
keep
keep.
Kelani,
Can
can
you
you just
just
take
take
the
the
baby
baby
for
for
5 minutes
5 minutes
more?
more?
And
And
then
then
you
you
go
go
just
just
keep
keep.
no, guys,
Guys,
I'm
I'm
being
telling
true
you,
because
guys,
I
what
have
I've been through because
two children and
I
I
have
left.
2 children and I left.
And then I came and I
And then
pick
I
up
came and
this
I pick
guy.
up this
And
guy.
after three
And after
years,
3 years,
he there behind me to
he
make
there
one
behind
for
me
him.
to
And
make
I
one for him.
never
And I
knew he was
never
just
knew
as the
he was
first
just
one.
as the first one.
And what?
And what?
You understand?
You understand?
So
So
I tell you right
I
now, if I
tell
have
you
to pick
right
up
now, if I have to pick up
somebody,
somebody,
I have to put
I
them
have
below
to
the
put them below the
telescope and I have to
telescope
find
and I
out
have to find out
the inner
the
outer
inner
outwise,
outer outwise,
but good and everything
good and
about them.
everything about them.
Trust me.
Trust me.
And and
And
I'm yeah, I'm telling you,
I'm
I'm
telling you,
not
I'm
gonna pick
looking
up
for somebody, but
a young
trust me,
guy
I'm not gonna pick up a
that don't
young
have
guy
kids
that don't
because
have
of
kids
dog going
because
down
of
that road
dog going down
again.
the road again.
Right.
So
So one
say
apple does
one
spoil the
apple
whole-
does spoil the
everybody.
whole- so I'm
Everybody. So
sorry
I'm sorry
because
because
that person that might
that
come
person
along
that might
might be
come
Mr.
along
Right.
might
And
be
then
Mr. Right.
listen,
And then
they
play
just play
Mr.
Mr.
Right
Right
there
there
because
because
when you
when you
pick them
pick
up
them up
and you
and you
tell them
tell
what
them
you've
what
been
you've been
through,
through,
wolf
wolf
wolf in
wolf in
sheep's
sheep's
clothing
clothing
and
and
I
I
say
say
what
what
you
you
doing
doing
because
because
they're
they're
playing
playing
sweet with
sweet
you.
with you.
And
And
when they
when they
find out
find
you,
out you,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what
that's what
happened to
happened to
me. I'm
me.
not
I'm not
gonna
gonna
lie.
lie.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
lie.
lie.
This is
This
what
is what
happened to
happened to
me. I
me.
say,
I say,
wow, this
wow, this
man picked
man
me up
picked me
with
up
two
with two
children.
children.
I come
I
and
come
I
and I
give
give
him
him
one.
one.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I go
I
back
go
and
back
I
and I
give him
give him
another
another
one.
one.
I
I
give him
give him
another
another
one to
one to
don't know
don't
me
know me
again.
again.
Trust
Trust
me.
me.
So
I
I
just want to
just
tell anybody,
so I just want to tell anybody,
besides all we're going through, Pastor,
besides
I'll
all we're going
still
through, Pastor, I'll
smile.
still
And
smile.
I'll still,
And
I
I'll
won't just go
still
about
I will just go
walking
about
every road and
walking
telling
every road
everybody
and
my
telling
problems.
everybody my
You
problems.
understand?
You
Because at the end of the
understand?
day,
Because at
that
the end of the
person that
day,
might go
that
and tell a
person that might
problems
go
may
and
have
tell a
more
problems
problems
may have
than me.
more problems
And
than me.
sometimes
And
you're
sometimes
making that person
you're
worse.
making that person worse.
You understand? So I would
You
just say,
understand? So I will
if you're
just
a
say,
couple, a young
if
couple
you're
and you're
a
trying for
couple,
a
a young
baby,
couple and you're trying for a baby,
and I just always say,
and I
programs
just
like
always say,
these
programs like
go
these
kind of change
go
the men
kind
and
of
them that
change
want
the
to
men and
become
them that want to
fathers.
become fathers.
Well, hopefully.
That they all want
That
to
they
end
all
up
want to
and
end up
to hearing
and
the baby
to
no
hearing the
talking
baby mother in a
about them.
program like no
So
talking
all
about
that is
them.
to
So
inspire
all that is
the
to
young men that
inspire the young
becoming
men that
fathers to
becoming
be the
fathers to
best
be
father
the
they
best
can
father
be.
they can be.
If you and the
If
mother
you and
don't
the
love
mother
each
don't
other
love each
anymore,
other
you
anymore,
don't like the
you don't
mother
like
from
the
she
mother
head to
from
she
she head
toe,
to she
you
toe.
don't you don't listen.
Listen,
I could
I
give them
could
the
give
list.
them the list.
They don't
I
must bring
could
them
give
money, you
them
know.
the list. I could give them the
For them to
list
shop for the
for them to
children, you know.
shop for the children, you know.
And then
And then
bring
bring
they could
they
bring the
could bring the
children stuff
children
for me
stuff for
because
me
some of them
because
just
some of
think
them
it's
just think
money
it's
she
money she
want,
want,
money she
money she
want,
want,
money she
money she
want.
want.
I don't
I
want
don't
money.
want money.
I
I
could give
could
them
give
a
them a
list
list
of
of
everything the
everything the
children want.
children
You
want. You
understand?
understand?
Right.
So any
So any
fathers out there,
fathers out there,
please.
please.
It's hot now,
The
it's
love
love now,
sweet,
but
it
it's
is
turn
hot
cold.
now, it love now, but
Don't turn
it
your
does
back
turn
on the
cold.
children mother.
Don't turn your back on the children
Because you
mother.
have to
Mm.
remember that the same
Because you have to
woman
remember that the same
that
woman
you was with before you
that
love and you
you
used to
was
hold
with
hand
before
and
you
walk with, then
love and you used to
afterwards
hold
now
hand and
you
walk with,
want to
then
treat her, you want to
afterwards
make her
now you
cry.
want to treat her, you want to make
But
her cry.
Pastor, my son is too old right now
Pastor, my
for me to
son
be
is too
still
old right
stressing
now for
over
me
the
to be
fact
still
that I'm
stressing
making it.
over the fact
My
that I'm
son will be
making it.
14
My
years and
son
I've
will be
been doing it.
14 years and I've been
Every
doing
time I
it.
think about that and I look at my
Every time I
son,
think about that
I
and I
look
look
at
at at me son, I look at the baby, and I just say if the baby reach 14, the baby go reach 14 too.
Yes, man. Hmm.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, and thanks for that, Kosha. Listen, you both you and Akisha, you guys are amazing. Continue to do what you all are doing, and hopefully today we were able to share some insights so that some parents, single parent out there who might be thinking about giving up, they might be encouraged, and fathers, not fathers, but men who are not taking up their roles would be encouraged to play that role in their child's life because it's important, it's imperative. So you guys are amazing. Listen, you guys could write a book, right? And I hope,
I start mine already.
you start yours already. Listen, I have four sisters, and I preach to them every day about the same things in terms of being wise and investigating, interrogating some of the,
Papa said, be a brother to me now.
huh?
Preach to, you could be a brother to me now. Preach to me.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully we were able to help somebody out there. And until next time, we thank you for tuning in. I hope you got something from the program. If you're a single parent and you want to come on the program, reach out. Let's get more people talking so that hopefully we could create greater awareness so that our society can eventually become a better place and we would have more fathers standing up with our children and the mothers that they made children with. So thank you for participating. Until next time.